Greetings everyone, Brett here with Hammerhead Model Making, and on this 5-minute review we're going to be looking at the brand new Hobby Boss B-24J Liberator in 1/48 scale. Now I'd like to acknowledge that this review kit was kindly provided by MRS Hobby Shop. Information can be found for their website down below. This is a very large box and it's packed full with a lot of plastic. The kit makes an effort to show that this is a full interior kit. And they're not wrong. It does come with a lot of parts. One of the things I noticed first off, though, is just how some of the detail is rather soft. The engine faces in particular feel very old to me, like something you'd get out of like a 1990s Revell kit or something. So interesting that that's the choice they went with for that kind of design. Other parts of the kit do look very modern and very nice crisp detail. There's just some areas that I don't think are up to modern standards, if I'm being honest. The exterior surface of the model is gorgeous. I mean, just the rivet detail, the fastener detail, the panel lines all look really nice. They're not super overdone. They appear to be, relatively in scale. And I can't speak to the accuracy of it, but from a technical aspect, it looks like it's been well executed. The surface detail is very nice. Interior detail here on the inside of the fuselage. The front half is okay, but the back half has lots of really large ejector pins. I don't know how much you'll see through the windows. The windows are rather small, but nevertheless they are there, and they will be kind of annoying to deal with if that's the route you choose to go. You do get separate control surfaces on all of the flying surfaces, which is nice. And on areas where it would be appropriately fabric covered, they have a nice fabric texture and detail to it. Other areas have very nice panel lines and appropriate rivet detail. Here's the instrument panel. Simple, but not bad. The wheel hubs look really nice. Lots of detail into there. There's a lot of detail that's going into like the wheel wells and the Bombay area. So, from a technical aspect, the surface looks very nice. And exterior features look really nice. Overall, the interior spaces of the kit looks like you're gonna have a lot of detail in there, for all the way from the nose all the way to the back. You do get some interesting multimedia parts in here. You get a small photo etch fret, with which has like engine detail and some other details. You do get flexible vinyl ammo belts for the machine guns and vinyl tires. I'm not a huge fan of vinyl tires, but at least they look nice. The tread looks nice. Clear parts are standard Hobby Boss. They're gorgeous, crystal clear. They do make one very strange choice here, whereas the nose turret has a seam running right down the center of it, right where there would be like solid glass, and that's going to be a huge, tremendous pain to clean up. You do get canopy masks. The instructions say that they're die cut, but I can't necessarily see where they are cut, but they very well may be. You do get a nice set of decals with 3 marking options, 2 in olive drab, 1 in natural metal. We're going to kind of breeze through the instructions here because it's a rather large instruction book. We don't want to drag this review on too long, but you spend pretty much half the instruction book going through the interior spaces. You do get color callouts for specific areas within the interior, so that's nice that they do give you a diagram of how that's going to look. Everything else is rather straightforward in the way that it's constructed and the way that it goes together, so there should be no real surprises in the construction other than the very strange seam running down the middle of the nose turret. I feel like they probably could have engineered it in such a way that you would have had to join the parts on panel lines, but I'm not a scale model designer, so I could be wrong. But from some of these pictures, you can see just how nicely the surface detail is, and I think in the end, once it's all built up and painted, I think it'll really look the part and look really nice. So I would definitely recommend this if you are a fan of the B-24, a fan of World War II bombers in general. Just be aware that there are some interesting choices in there that might cause some construction problems, and I would probably replace the engines with resin ones, but that's about it. So thank you for joining. Head on over to MRS Hobby Shop where you can get this kit and many others.